Hello. At about noon today, we had a reporting of a shooting on campus. We have one suspect in custody and, unfortunately, one fatality. The campus is secure right now and open, except for the electrical engineering building where the incident took place. We'll have more information as we learn more about the incident today, and I'd be happy to take a few questions if you have them. I don't know in detail what has happened. It's an active investigation. All I know at this stage is that we have the suspect in custody and one victim.
What can you tell us about the suspect? What can you tell us about the victim? What is their relationship? What is their connection to this university?
It's an active investigation right now, and I actually don't know the answer to any of those questions. I can perhaps turn over to Chief John Cox in case he can elaborate, but I believe we have the same information. Chief?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming. What I would like to say to the media, to everybody, the Purdue community, we had an unfortunate situation today. We have one suspect in custody, male suspect. We're attempting to identify him. We have one deceased individual, male, we're trying to identify as well. We don't have any reason to believe that there is any other ongoing involvement by any others on the campus at this point in time. We have secured a facility. It will remain locked down. That would be the electrical engineering building until we deem that it's safe to reenter and we work the crime scene. We've got several partners, local, state, and federal agencies that have come to assist us. We'll be here throughout the night working on that. But I want to make it clear that this doesn't appear to be what you would typically have as like an active shooter on a campus. This individual seemed to have had intentions for the decedent and took the action the individual took, and then turned around and left the building and was taken into custody outside of the electrical engineering building moments after the act by a West Lafayette City police officer that was arriving to assist.
Did he make any statements to the arresting officers?
Nope, no statements at all. We're trying to identify him. We don't have the name. We don't have either one of them identified. It's a coroner's case. The coroner will be the one to make the identity, the official identity on the deceased individual. And right now we're having little to no cooperation with the individual we took into custody.
So you aren't saying if either one are a student or a faculty member?
We're still trying to determine their identities for sure.
Did this occur in a classroom? Did it occur in front of numerous people?
We did have witnesses to it. We're working with those students, and I'd also, for the students, parents, and families, and the community out there, our dean of students, our counseling areas, and those individuals, they have been with us since the beginning. We're taking good care of the students. The students have been very helpful. It's just a tragic situation for anybody to have to be around.
How did you get the call and when did you respond?
I'm sorry, say it.
How did you get the call and when? How quickly?
The call came in at about noon. We responded immediately. Our partners in the community were listening to the scanners. They responded. We probably had 20, 25 police officers there within a minute or two.
What was the time frame between the call and then when the students were told to shelter?
I really don't I don't know that to be sure. Obviously we have a CAD log, a public information that I'd prefer to get the exact time, so I don't give you times that would be off. Just at some point in time to be able to get those times off that CAD log.
Was the suspect armed at the time? Did he offer any resistance? Was he trying to escape?
No, he did not give himself up outside to the West Lafayette City police officer.
Was he armed at the time?
No.
The rumors that there were more than one suspect and the shooter was acting with others. Are those rumors true or just being fabricated?
Right now, that's incorrect.
Are you saying what kind of gun it was?
I don't know, ma'am. I wasn't down there. Our investigators are working on it. Again, state police, West Lafayette City, Lafayette City, Tippecanoe County, the coroner's office, Tippecanoe County, our prosecutor Pat Harrington, and then my team, my evidence technicians, and my investigators are working on it.
Do you know that no one else hit this?
I'm sorry.
No one else was hit?
We have one deceased and one suspect.
Was he inside a classroom?
I'm sorry. Pardon me.
How many shots were fired?
I don't know for sure, and a lot of that's investigatory right now. And I don't want to comment on that. We need to let the investigators do their job, let the prosecutor office work with them, and let us gather that information so we can make sure we get it all right and give good information.
We had a website postings, email go out. Right now, since the incident is confined to the electrical engineering building, and everything else has been secured. Classes are back in session. Everything's operating normally on campus except for in the electrical engineering. Well, I can understand that, but the campus is safe. It has been cleared. We feel like we have control of the situation, and we're encouraging students to continue about their usual business on the rest of the campus, except for the electrical engineering building.
And how difficult is that for students and faculty to go about their regular business after something like this happens?
Oh, I think it is very difficult. We are, as you just heard, we have counseling services that will be available for students. We're still putting things together. As you just heard from Chief Cox, it's an active investigation. So I can understand why people might be uncertain and concerned, but I can tell you that there is no problem right now outside of the electrical engineering building. The campus is operating normally, but certainly anybody who is involved in essentially the whole campus community will take some time to digest this event and understand it. And we will be prepared to support the students, the faculty, and the parents of our students and the staff as needed as the situation unfolds and we fully get a better understanding of what actually occurred. But as far as public safety, we feel the campus is as safe as in a normal state of safety, and we're encouraging normal operations. But you know, as a parent of Purdue students, I understand the question very much, and this will be a conversation that will be ongoing for, I think, some time, and we will provide whatever services we can to assist our students and our faculty and our staff in coming back to a sense of normality.
How many eyewitnesses are there to the interview? Maybe this is a question for Chief Cox. How many eyewitnesses have full classroom?
I don't know the number. There were several. There were obviously classes are in session, so there were several that all the way from were in the area too just heard.
Students tweeted a number of pictures of plainclothes officers carrying assault rifles. Was there any concern that would cause confusion?
No, we have a very aggressive response to that, as you would imagine any university or college in the United States would have. We train with our partners from the city and the county and the state. Everything went very well. Our officers responded very appropriately and very quickly, and we were able to get that information out through text messages about letting the community know that other than the EE building, you know, the campus could go back to somewhat normal operations.
Before this happened, what was your procedure in place in the event of something like this happening? Was it all followed, you know, kind of a lockdown situation?
Yeah, I would say that just from our perspective from the police departments, we on our campus it's extremely difficult to lock down in a medium-sized city. But I believe that the training that our staff, our students have gone through, everybody did the right thing, and we were able to respond appropriately.
Why is there the belief that the shooter was only targeting the deceased? If he hasn't cooperated, how could you come to that conclusion?
There's nothing that would indicate otherwise. The individual entered the facility and took the actions that he took, and then immediately left the facility without any other interaction that we're aware of.
Can you say if the victim was a faculty member, a student, someone was visiting?
We truly are trying to identify for sure. You know, there's a lot of investigation, so we'll have to just wait on the identities until the coroner's office does their job and we're able to get more information and confirm those things for you.
What was the room number of the...
I don't know right off the top of my head. I knew it's in the basement.
Where exactly was the suspect apprehended?
Out on the east side of EE along Northwestern Avenue.
Just outside?
And you aren't saying how many students were in class?
I really don't know, ma'am. I mean, as you can imagine, the students were moving about when we got there. So I don't know.
Was it a lecture hall, a small classroom?
I don't know for sure. I know it was one of the classroom areas in the basement.
Where's the shooter detained right now?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Where's the shooter detained right now?
We're working with them at our headquarters, being investigated. Prosecutor's office is with us.
Was the victim pronounced dead at the scene, or was he transferred and deceased later at the hospital?
I don't know whether they were deceased right there. I'll let the coroner comment on that. That would be better for them to do.
And what part of the body was the victim shot?
Yeah, those kind of questions, folks, I'm not going to be able to answer for you. It's really up to the coroner to be able to comment on those types of things.
There were questions of Provost Dan, but is there a reason that you guys haven't made any comment on this matter yet?
Actually, he's been in constant communication with us. He happens to be in Colombia on a trip to promote Purdue engagement with the country of Colombia and its universities. Within minutes of the incident, we were in contact, cell phone contact, and we've maintained that through the present. So he is fully aware. He's matter of fact, he is the one who assembled this group together, and so he's in touch, and we'll be conferring with him shortly after this news conference. We don't know that yet. It was intended to be a week-long trip, so he would be back in a couple of days, but we don't know yet whether he will keep to that schedule.
Thank you, everybody. We'll have another update for you at 6 o'clock tonight here in this room.